Hello everyone, I got the idea for this video from James Griffiths and the thread was started by Beetle Brad. So the very simple answer to question which was my first CD, it was this one. This is Epopopeda Normaali, 20 vuotta sikana, Hyvä Kankkunen. These are two separate Finnish bands who recorded this single together. Both were celebrating their 10th anniversary. When I bought this, I didn't have a CD player at all. I just happened to stumble upon this in one of the stores and it was in a sales box. I think I paid 50 pennies for this one, and it took many years. I think it was well over a decade, maybe 15 years or so, until I finally found out that this was actually the first Finnish CD single ever to be released. Yeah, when I bought that, I didn't have a CD player. I wasn't even thinking of buying a CD player. But I have to go back a bit because I think it was during the summer of '87 that I was thinking of buying a CD player. So if I buy a CD player, I need CDs so that I can play those. So I made a list of 12 albums that I was going to buy on CD, but then I think it was like 6 months later or so, because I think it was around Christmas of '87 that I finally decided that I'm not going to buy a CD player, and I bought those albums on vinyl. Now I don't remember all of those 12 albums, but I do remember a few, so let's start with those. This is Bob Marley and Wailers, Legend. Suzanne Vega, Solitude Standing. Bruce Springsteen, Tunnel of Love. And fourth one, I'm not 100% certain that it was this one, but let's say I'm 90% certain that it was this one. This is Sting, The Dream of the Blue Turtles. But yeah, I'm not absolutely certain that it was that one, because it might have been this one, Nothing Like the Sun. But yeah, after I had bought those on vinyl, it took me maybe 6 to 9 months, maybe even a bit more, until I finally decided that, okay, I am going to buy a CD player. But this time I didn't make a list of albums that I was going to buy, so I just started buying albums one by one. And my very first one is this one, Queen, Day at the Races, which is my favorite Queen album. But this one has a little bit of a defect. When it starts playing the song You Take My Breath Away, number 2, the CD player counts the intro to this song as an individual song. And I'm not absolutely certain, but I think it does the same thing with the outro also. So by the time it gets to the third song, Long Away, it says that now it's playing song number 5. And so it goes all the way up until the 10th track, which says that is number 12 or 11. I'm not absolutely certain. I keep my CDs in the order in which I purchase them, but I don't store them in absolute order. There are things like box sets, because box sets doesn't fit in a CD stand, so those are taken out of actual order. And then there are things like this one. This is Making Movies by Dire Straits. I originally had this one on on vinyl, but I didn't like the sound of it. So I bought this on CD, hoping that it would sound better, but it didn't. Then there came this remaster, so I again bought it, hoping that it sounds better. And it does sound better, but not so much. I still hope that there will be a better one. Maybe there's some Japanese CD that will sound better one. But I replaced my original copy of this one with this remaster, because this is the same CD. There's no difference between these CDs. So this is, even though I bought this a lot later, this copy I bought this a lot later, I still place this as being my CD number 27. But when I replace my CD with a different CD, like this one, Sandy Denny, Sandy, my original copy was a single CD, but this one is a double CD. So I took my original CD away and put this one on in as a new purchase. Yeah, hold on for a moment. So one thing that I do with my collection is that, like I said, I keep them in the order in which I purchased them. And having them stored like this helps me keep track of the time in when I buy what CD. So for example, let's start with this one here. This is Paul Weller as is now. I bought this in June of 2008 because I was in Amsterdam. So I remember when I go traveling to other countries, and most of the times I also remember when I go traveling here in Finland. But I remember which CDs I buy from where, and so I bought all of these, and it ends here with self-titled from Taste. So those are from June 2008. And let's go, for example, here. Here is Winner of '88 by Johnny Winter. I bought this one in late May 2013 from Budapest, Hungary, and all the way up until here, which is Eric Clapton and Stevie Winwood live in Madison Square Garden. And then these CDs here, up until here, are bought during June and July of 2013 because August 2013 I went to Paris in France and I bought the Thin Lizzy Chinatown. There's Scorpions, there's Paul Simon, and then we go down here because I keep them from down to up. Still from Paris, Queensryche, Tears for Fears, Curtis Mayfield, UFO, Graham Parsons, Fairport Convention, Rainbow, Counting Crows, Cowboy Junkies, The Cure. Then after I came back home from Paris, I went traveling in Finland. I bought, this is Steve Stills, wasn't it? Yeah, the Steve Stills. And there's Rainbow double CD, Fleetwood Mac Tusk double CD. So that helps me just having a look here. It always like helps me to remember more or less the time period, even though I have kept a record of each actual date on which I have bought each CD. But this way I don't have to pull out my list. I just have to look at the CDs and I have more or less idea when I bought them. But then I also have what I call my side collection. This one here, for example, there is Astrud Gilberto, Look to the Rainbow. I actually bought this one from Budapest also. And there's Women of Latin America. And there's also some jazz. Here is Legend of Billie Holiday, excellent compilation. And I also have here, I have two of these stands. One is dedicated to my actual compilation collection, but with the exception of these CDs here, these are really good stuff, but the rest of the CDs here, this is kind of stuff that is kind of secondary stuff for me. Basically, I like these, and I do listen to them every now and then. Let's say there's, for example, Duke Ellington. Sorry. Basically, it's good, but I don't really. Yeah, I'm not much of a fan of it. So I have this kind of stuff here. I do listen to this every now and then, but basically, if I would lose all of these, I wouldn't be shedding tears for them. Even worse is this stuff here. This is the kind of stuff that I could throw in the trash, but I just can't make myself to do so. For example, here is Rainbow, Long Live Rock and Roll. I have this one on both vinyl and double CD, so I don't need the single CD. There's Steve Vai, Passion and Warfare. I just didn't like the CD, but I I just can't throw it in the trash. There's something more. Here's Ella and Louis sings Gershwin. I much prefer Ella Fitzgerald's own recordings of these Gershwin songs. That wasn't so great. What's that one? Spice Girls. Yeah. Metallica Reload. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that I could throw away, but I just can't make myself to do so. So let's come back here. Yeah, like I said, I keep a track of my purchases, so I keep very accurate list of them. So, for example, if I go to a record store and I end up buying 3 CDs, let's say that I go to the store and I first look at this one, I look at it and think, okay, I could buy that one, but I put it back. And I go over and I find this one, okay, I buy this one. Then I go back to this one and decide, okay, I'm going to buy that one also. Then I go to the counter and say, I ordered a CD from you and you have sent me a note saying that it's already here waiting for me, and they hand me this one. So the order in which I place them in my collection is that this is the first one, this is the second one, and this is the third one, because that is the order in which I decided on buying them, and that is the order in which I got them in my hands. So my collection is very accurately numbered down. So this is my most recent purchase. This is Humble Pie, self-titled. Yeah, this is number 1848 in my main collection. Okay, that's it for this time. Hope you like it. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Bye.